When a teenage boy walked into Swedish American Hospital in Rockford, Illinois, clutching a shoebox on April 24, 2004, no one could have predicted the incredible story that would unfold over the next 14 years. Jenny Joseph had been working as a neonatal nurse for over 2 decades. She'd seen babies arrive in all kinds of unusual circumstances, but nothing could have prepared her for what happened that spring day in the special care nursery. Jenny was going about her routine when she received an urgent call from the emergency department. Someone was asking for her specifically. As she walked down the hospital corridor, she spotted a teenager in a hoodie. His eyes were red from crying, and he was holding something close to his chest. A simple shoebox. "I need to show you something," the boy said, his voice trembling. When Jenny looked inside the box, she couldn't believe what she saw. Wrapped carefully in a dish towel and a tiny onesie was a 3-pound baby. The infant was barely breathing. The hospital staff immediately sprang into action. They rushed the baby into isolation while the medical team worked frantically to stabilize the tiny patient. For 3 agonizing hours, they fought to save the newborn's life. Meanwhile, the teenage boy never left the waiting area. He sat there, crying, waiting for any news about the baby he'd brought in. Finally, the medical team succeeded. The baby was stable, but barely. Jenny noticed the teenager was still there, and she knew she needed to learn more about what had happened. "We have something called safe haven laws," Jenny explained to the boy. "You can leave the baby here, at the hospital, safely, with no questions asked and no legal consequences." The teenager nodded, but Jenny could see the conflict in his eyes. She offered him something that would change everything. 2 hospital bracelets that would give him parental rights and allow him to receive updates about the baby's condition. "Think about it," she said gently. "You don't have to decide right now." The next day, the teenager returned, this time with his girlfriend, Cherish. The girl was clearly devastated, keeping her head down and avoiding eye contact with everyone. Jenny approached her with the same compassion she'd shown the boy. "You did everything right," she told Cherish firmly. "I know you're scared, ashamed, and embarrassed, but I want you to know that you saved this baby's life. You did everything right." Those words broke through Cherish's walls. She looked up at Jenny and began to cry. In that moment, a bond formed that would last for years to come. Through tears, Cherish revealed the painful truth. She had hidden her pregnancy for months because her family had such high expectations for her. They wanted her to graduate high school and go to college. Her own mother had given birth at 15, and Cherish had been raised by her grandparents. She couldn't bear the thought of disappointing them. The story of the birth was heartbreaking. Cherish had managed to hide her pregnancy until she started having contractions at school. When she got home, she locked herself in her bedroom and endured labor completely alone. Only when the baby was born did she call her boyfriend. Terrified and desperate, the boy had climbed a ladder to reach her bedroom window. Together, they made the decision that would save their baby's life. Before leaving for the hospital, the young couple did something that showed their love despite their fear. They placed the baby carefully in a shoebox along with a Winnie the Pooh doll and wrote a heartbreaking note. "We love you. We're just not able to raise you. We want his name to be Alan Corey, and we hope to be able to see you again. God will be watching over you." Then the teenage father began an 8-mile walk to the hospital, carrying the shoebox with precious cargo. That the baby survived this journey was nothing short of miraculous. Baby Alan faced serious medical challenges. Born 6 weeks premature, he was suffering from hypothermia and dehydration. He also had an infection caused by the scissors used to cut his umbilical cord. But there was something remarkable about this tiny fighter. Unlike most premature babies, he was breathing on his own. "There was someone looking down on him," said the doctor who treated him. As Alan grew stronger in the hospital, Jenny continued to support Cherish. She explained all the options available, including open adoption, but she also encouraged the teenager to tell her family the truth. I remember her being so inviting and welcoming, Cherish later recalled. She didn't talk to me like I was some stupid teenager. She showed me the utmost respect. Eventually, Cherish found the courage to tell her mother. She was terrified, knowing her mother had been through the same experience at 15. When they went to see baby Alan in his incubator, Cherish's mother's face went white with shock. But then something unexpected happened. Instead of anger or disappointment, Cherish's mother asked if she could hold the baby. When Cherish's grandmother arrived at the hospital, the family rallied around the young mother and her baby. Seeing this outpouring of love and support, Cherish made a life-changing decision. She would keep her son. 4 weeks later, baby Alan was healthy enough to leave the hospital. Before they parted ways, Ginny made Cherish promise one thing, that she would stay in school. "I will," Cherish promised, and she meant it. Cherish kept her word. While her grandparents offered to watch Alan, she chose to enroll in an alternative school with daycare services. "I didn't want to place that burden on them," she explained. After graduation, she attended Rock Valley College and became a certified nurse assistant. But Jenny's influence went even deeper. Watching the compassionate care Jenny provided inspired Cherish to pursue nursing herself. For 12 years, Jenny and Cherish lost touch, but Jenny never forgot about them. Every time Alan reached a milestone, she thought about the young mother and wondered how they were doing. In 2016, Jenny received a Facebook message that brought tears to her eyes. It was from Cherish, now 29 years old and living in Glendale, Arizona. The update was incredible. Cherish was now a mother of 3 children, including Alan, who had grown into a remarkable young man. At 12 years old, he was 5 feet 3 inches tall, played soccer, ran cross country, and was part of the Naval Academy Cadets program. But Cherish's story was equally amazing. After working for 7 years as a nurse assistant in Illinois and Arizona hospitals, she had applied to law school. She was working as a law clerk while completing her studies with dreams of becoming a mental health attorney. "It was because of Jenny," Cherish explained. "I was motivated just watching her and the great care she gave my son." When asked about her role in this story, Jenny remains humble. "I'm so proud of them, and it's just a happy, happy story. I'm really honored to have been a part of it." The two women have stayed connected through social media, though they haven't met in person since those hospital days. Jenny continues working at Swedish American Hospital and loves seeing updates about Alan's achievements on Facebook. This remarkable story shows us the power of compassion and non-judgmental support. Jenny Joseph didn't just save a baby's life that day. She changed the trajectory of an entire family's future. From a terrified teenager hiding her pregnancy to a future attorney inspired by a nurse's kindness, Cherish's journey proves that sometimes all someone needs is one person who believes in them. Today, Alan is thriving as an active, healthy teenager. Cherish is pursuing her dreams in law school, motivated by the same compassion that Jenny showed her 14 years ago. And Jenny continues to be the kind of nurse who sees past circumstances to the human being who needs help. As Cherish said, "We will always be connected because we share this unique story. It's a story that reminds us all. You never know how one act of kindness, one moment of choosing empathy over judgment, can change someone's life forever." Sometimes the most extraordinary stories begin with the most ordinary objects, even something as simple as a shoebox.